Hello! I have a very new, very fresh Trillium beer here. It's Peddocks Island. This is canned yesterday, and the first release from, I guess what they're going to be calling their Harbor Island series. And this one, they said, is based on Permutation 38, which was an all Citra IPA that I got a couple cans of and really, really liked, so I was excited when they basically made it into an actual beer they'll probably brew again. Hopefully it's as good as the Permutation 38. That was like one of my favorite batches of beer from Trillium ever. So the deal is it's 6.8% alcohol, a little bit weaker than their Street series, but a little bit stronger than their 4-point series, which is actually called Pale Ale. This one they call an IPA, and it uses only Citra hops, and most of their other IPA series they use Columbus as a bittering hop. But with this one it's all Citra, and instead of using wheat and like dextrin and stuff like they do in their other IPAs, this one is all barley. It's pale barley, but then also honey malt and victory malt, which is like not quite a caramel malt, but it's a slightly toasted malt, I guess. So they're doing that to give you some malt character instead of their normal touch of like sugar and wheat and that stuff. So really fresh, and looks like it's a little bit darker than their usual beers, which is what they've been doing with their Permutation series, getting a little bit denser, thicker of a beer that ends up making it a little bit darker. Yeah, that's is a very, very, very pale amber, maybe. The head does not look very good, unfortunately. I think that Permutation 38 had a nicer appearance. It was probably maybe a touch paler, but this head looks really, really bad, unfortunately, which is a problem with Trillium. Seems like every other beer I get from them has this big bubble, soapy looking head that's going to die down really quickly to nothing. The density looks really intense though. It's totally opaque. Can't see through that. Nice aroma. Really, really intense hop oily quality happening here. Some passion fruit comes through, but there are actually some malty notes, which I rarely get from Trillium. Usually I don't even notice that that malt is the base for the beers. Spicy. Definitely got some stone fruit happening, but it doesn't smell like pure juice. There's some resinous, deep, woody thing happening in there. It smells good. Not explosive aroma, but got body to it, but it's still got a kind of a spritzy, bubbly quality. And then it lingers with barely any bitterness. And I'm getting like a kind of a weird estery yeast quality in the finish that I don't really notice from Trillium a lot. They have been playing around with their yeast strain and how they ferment it and condition it and all that stuff in the Permutation series. And that's what this one wound up with. It doesn't, this does not look that great in the glass. I guess it's not like murky or brown or anything like that, but it's not a beautiful, bright, golden beer. Yeah, this is more, it's not a super bright flavor either. It is palatable, not much burn after the first sip. Very, very low bitterness, but it's spicy, resinous. It's not like your standard all kind of fruit, bright Trillium beers, I would say. It's got some of the deeper, danker qualities from the hops coming out, but not oniony. It's a cleaner hop quality. It's like good quality hops, but it isn't like green. It isn't vegetal or anything like that. It's more woodsy, cologne-y maybe, or perfumey. but I'm a little disappointed with the head on this. I probably should have only got a couple cans of this. I got a full 4-pack. That's what's cool at Trillium, so you can buy single cans at no markup. But it's not as good as Permutation 38 was. Maybe the next batch of this will be better. But it is pretty good. I guess I would maybe recommend it if you're curious. It is a little different. I would say that it's a little bit maltier and less bitter than a lot of Trillium beers. And much more on the spicy side of Citra. It still has all the tropical fruits hanging out in there too. Kind of almost like a grilled peach or pineapple with that slight toastiness from the malt, and how earthy it is and how it's not super bright and juicy. Let's pour it to the bottom in there. I guess it is pretty easy to drink, but it's not blowing me away. I guess that second pour, the bubbles, I don't know, the head still doesn't look that great either. That's weird, because with some of Trillium's beers, the heads are just perfect, totally great. It's usually their ones that are more intensely dry hopped, or the ones that are really low alcohol that have these wussy heads. I wouldn't be surprised if Trillium figures out this recipe a little bit better, and the next batch is better. And maybe it'll be one of my favorites from them, but just not my favorite. Not nearly as good as the 38, but I will probably try, maybe not, if not the next batch, the batch after that, to see if they've nailed it. But I'd probably just, at this point, I don't know, maybe only give it a 4. Because there are some things, the head and the mouth feels a little bit bubbly, where they could probably figure out, get it a little bit more fluffy and stuff like that, a little bit brighter. Though it is fun, the earthy qualities that are happening, in addition to the, all the fruitiness. But at least Trillium's trying new things. It's kind of exciting that they're not just doing the same old, because they've kind of stuck with the same base recipes for IPAs for so long, that, they're going to branch out and, have all different kinds of New England style hazy IPAs. That'll be really good, I think, once they expand the series. So that's it. Bye.